future of Australia's giant superannuation system is at the centre of another political flashpoint. Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers accusing One Nation and the Coalition of placing it at risk. Live to Tim Lester at Federal Parliament today. Tim, One Nation has ramped up a fight over whether Australians should be able to access their super more easily.
They have, Hugh. Right back to the 1990s, most Australians have seen it as only the preserve of those who retire in terms of getting their super. Well, that question thrown open yesterday by Pauline Hanson when she suggested that Australians seeking to pay down their mortgage ought to have access to their superannuation long before retirement. Now, this has fired up an argument around just how open we should be with the $4.5 trillion in Australia's superannuation system. And this morning, Federal Treasurer Jim Chalmers came out punching on the issue, suggesting that not only One Nation, but the Liberals and Nationals too could ruin the system.
The Liberals, the Nationals and One Nation would end compulsory superannuation as we know it. They share a dangerous and divisive anti-worker, anti-super ideology.
I think the Treasurer has taken a leaf out of the Mad Men Don Draper book. If you don't like what they're saying about you, change the conversation. Can I make it very clear? The super guarantee is here to stay and the Treasurer is simply making things up.
How many people would you let access their super early?
Surely it's their money and we should give a little bit more respect about what they can do with their own money.
We spend about $70 billion a year on the age pension as a nation. That would be much higher if people didn't have superannuation accounts.
OK, Tim, some evidence this morning as well. Voters don't mind house prices falling slightly to help first home buyers.
Hugh, both sides of politics here this morning outselling their various message on house prices and what needs to happen in the future with housing. But the Resolve Political Monitor has a survey out this morning suggesting that 60% of Australians support house prices falling at least somewhat to help first home buyers into the market, and that just 10% of Australians say that house prices have got to be kept at their current level or rising. So some solace, I think, for the government after, of course, they've taken a real bruising on the housing issue. Hugh.
OK, Tim Lester in Canberra, thank you.